Good day, everyone. Today we're going to answer a question. Is there a hedge fund in the Philippines? Well, my answer to this is yes and no. Yes, because as I speak today, a hedge fund is operating and being actively offered to the public. But no, because they are not allowed to operate here as such. Let me explain. But first, let us backtrack a bit and try to understand what a hedge fund is. And to understand a hedge fund, another step backwards is that we have to understand what a mutual fund is, which is now a prevalent mode of investment here in the Philippines. This is quite a route, but bear with me, you will appreciate this information. A mutual fund, as you all know, is a pooled fund registered with the Securities and Exchange Company as an investment company. That is how a mutual fund is really classified. And as an investment company, they're allowed to trade, invest, and reinvest in marketable securities such as stocks listed in the stock market, bonds, government bonds, and corporate bonds, deposit products, and money market instruments, etc. So, hence, there are only four major types of or categories of a mutual fund, known as stock funds, bond funds, money market funds, and a balanced fund, which is a combination of stocks and bonds. On the other hand, hedge funds don't have such appetite for these instruments. If they do, they would employ advanced techniques to maximize earnings. Put it in another way, mutual fund is quite basic, while a hedge fund is actually advanced. We can also say that mutual funds are quite the conventional and the hedge fund is the unconventional. We can also say that mutual funds is less riskier than hedge funds because in the United States, for example, a mutual fund is called, a sanitized investment. And for you to invest in a hedge fund, you must be a qualified investor. A qualified investor means that you have enough net worth in the US, which is at least $250,000 for you to be able to be qualified to invest in a hedge fund. Ergo, it is not for everyone. Now, perhaps the burning question is that, are hedge funds allowed to operate in the Philippines? Well, to answer this, it requires us to know the law governing such companies. See, a hedge fund falls under the category of an investment company, which means if ever they will apply with the SEC they will apply as an investment company. And the law governing investment companies in the Philippines is known as RA 2629, Republic Act 2629, known as the Investment Company Act. And under this Investment Company Act, it is stipulated there that investment companies are not allowed to engage in currencies, futures contracts, short selling, metals, commodities, unlimited liability investments, etc. And mind you, ladies and gentlemen, these prohibitions and restrictions on an investment company are exactly what a hedge fund normally does. Ergo, under the existing law, Republic Act 2629, it prohibits the existence of a hedge fund in the Philippines. So that answers your question. And if for some reason a hedge fund would like to be registered here, automatically they will be denied because the law is not, in accordance to what they would like to do. Okay. Moreover, our capital markets situation is not conducive to a hedge fund. A hedge fund would normally thrive in advanced economies where there are, options market, futures market, short selling, leveraging, etc., etc. In the Philippines, I don't think this would be a playground for hedge fund. So if you encounter a hedge fund offering you to invest, it is likely done offshore. But if you check their company, they are not registered as such. So be careful. because there might be no recourse for you or protection to you as an investor. The reason why I discuss this particular question today is because I've encountered several questions from friends, about a hedge fund. And recently, a friend of mine invested, his client invested in an investment company, and allegedly it is a hedge fund with a promised return of 12% per month for 2 years. And so when I asked, my friend to check on the background of the company, they found out that it was not registered as a hedge fund. In fact, it was registered as a recruitment agency. So investing in these companies provide no protection, no recourse for you as an investor. So be very careful. Perhaps you ask before you invest. So that's all for today. Thank you very much. And for your questions, concerns, just email me, rickysaw@thefastexchange.com. Please do like, click, and subscribe our YouTube page, The Fast Exchange. Thank you very much.